What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Since we were still resting in Merkside past the Blacklights, Issa decided to contact Casimir to see how the Demarters were doing on their mission at the Russet Waste. Casimir told Issa to stop using a sending stone before astrally summoning her to a demiplane where the two could speak privately. Casimir explained that he and his siblings discovered something. Much like the Russet Waste had abilities to negate magic, like Russian Willow against the diamond that held the Scarred Warlord, the Onyx Obscurity and Arathia had the ability to do the opposite, amplify magic, as in allow for sending stones in Zabraria to be used multiple times a day rather than just once, and if Arathia was able to do that, she was most definitely listening in to everybody's conversations. Finley went on a walk around the perimeter of our setup and chatted with Cinnamon via Speak with Animals. They spoke about how he was unable to resurrect his family on the year off we had and wondered why. Cinnamon remembered that the Ignis Cal druids usually had the main druid representing the power of fire accompanied by 4 others representing shadow, light, divinity, and chance, which Finley replaced with runes. Maybe the resurrection rite needed people to help. This made Finley remember that his mother actually had 4 people that she trusted to help fill the roles for her and the rite. He realized that the woman who represented the role of shadow might be Shay's late mom. After that, our 2 most quiet characters finally let loose and told all, as Shay and Wash bonded over their traumatic childhoods. The next morning, Shay and I informed the group about our conversation with Ezra, as Issa told us all about Casimir's warning about the sending stones. There wasn't really much we could do about either, so we just continued forward in Merkside towards the center to find the Doghouse. As we got to the center of Merkside, we used Wash's magical hole that he got from Gug to get into the connecting sewer tunnel where all the reverse rivers led to, seemingly directly into the roots of the Dawnwood above. We followed the sewers until we came upon an area where the blood dogs were being held, and there was a big iron door where some discussion was being had. As we planned to go in, guns a-blazing, we were intercepted by someone Wash recognized, a seedy-looking half-elf named Rickard, who, in all honesty, kinda seemed to be ripping off my look, I'm just saying. He was the leader of the Falso Ivories and responsible for kidnapping Wash's parents when Seraphima instructed him to. Wash was furious and went to hit Rickard, but it seemed that he was being protected by a golden, shimmering magic shield, no doubt from the family of blood. He laughed off Wash's attempt and led us through the door where Verona was experimenting with a version of my serum with some blood dogs. One in particular seemed quite agitated, a huge golden-furred dog Verona and Rickard referred to as Garrett, Wash's father. Verona explained that he was gonna kill us all, blaming us for Balthazar killing him originally, as he offered to Rickard the choice of who would turn, or something. Rickard offered it up, snidely laughing that he was on borrowed time anyway before Verona injected him with a serum that turned Rickard into a huge blue blood dog. Verona then drank a version of my serum that he said he perfected and grew to 10 feet tall without losing any of his intelligence, unlike the side effects of my serums. And so we began to fight. It was tough, and Verona Unleashed, as we'll call him, was crazy strong, especially with all the blood dogs. But we killed that bastard and dog turned Rickard for good this time. We left Garrett alone, who seemed to distantly recognize Wash in his state. Wash tried to reconcile with him, but he knew he was a lost cause, and using his Aasimar blood, burned up his dad so he could finally be at peace. Shay saw an image of Wash's mom, Rebecca Wersch, and through her was able to give some parting words to her son. It was tough seeing Wash go through that, but eventually Dogma and Co. found us through their own infiltration of the Doghouse and teleported us back to the keep.